If she really loves me, she'll stay no matter how bad I act. Because that proves her loyalty. That showcases if she really, really, really loves me. Most guys today have become so weak in the fact that they believe in the relationship they don't have to do anything. They don't need to have ambition. They don't need to have goals. They don't need to continuously put in effort. They can cruise. They can be lazy, undisciplined, and even become fat. Fat! Because they say over and over and over again, if this girl, if my partner, if my girlfriend loves me, they should love me no matter what. It should be unconditional. And that is the best excuse for me to just not put in effort. You want to know what the fucked thing is about this? Is that majority of relationships, this is always the case because either the guy or even the girl has low self-worth and continuously and regularly will tolerate bad behavior as an excuse that they love them and they can allow that. Most relationships today, both people, like this isn't even one person's problem. I know it can target the guy, but it's even targeting the girl. People accept shit because they're shit. It's a big shit. But this video is made for the guys to call them out, to call you out. That by you saying, oh, I don't want a high maintenance girl because they're manipulative. They expect too much from me. Too much effort. I want to go the low maintenance way. Because I know on a deep, deep level inside of me, I know that will require less time with me. That will require less energy, less effort. Holy shit, I can get a girl but still be like, I'm picking that. Convenience. That is so sweet. And it's funny because most guys will choose that path and they'll end up being less happier on a even deeper level. And I know that's hard to admit. You're probably thinking, Adrian, I'm yet to have a girlfriend. There's no way he's less happier than... He's less happier because he knows. Every masculine guy knows this. When you're not living up to your full potential, whether it be in your relationship, whether it be in your business, whether it be with your gym journey, you're not happiest. You're a bit moody. You're a bit of a sook. And you cope. The whole purpose of this video is to call you out and to let you know that there is no quick fix to giving you the happiness and fulfillment you want other than discipline, other than having a higher sense of self-worth. You know damn sure that both you and your partner are both unhappy because you cope and have this cover up of, oh, We're not high maintenance. We don't need to buy all this materialistic stuff. We don't need to go for dinner. We don't need to put in effort because we're not high maintenance. We're low maintenance. But deep down, we're low maintenance and we feel happier because we don't do much. Sure, one side is maybe happy that they're getting away with something, but every time you exploit this, you are becoming weaker as a man. Because think of it like this. If you are truly a disciplined man, if you're disciplined with your gym journey, if you're disciplined with your business, you are quite literally going to be super fucking disciplined in your relationship and you're going to want a good, high value relationship. You're disciplined in those other two areas, so why aren't you disciplined in this area? Now, if you say you're disciplined with gym, if you say you're disciplined with this and that and your studies and whatever, but you're not disciplined in your relationship, you're trying to find some sort of easy way out to put in less effort, I guarantee you, bro, that mindset is going to leak and spread in every single other area of your life. The reason why you're not rich is because you think there's some sort of easy fix and you're trying to give the bare minimum, knowing that you've tried this the last God knows how long and you still haven't got the results you wanted. It applies in every single area of your life. And how do I know this? I'm only 23. How do I know this? Okay, I know when I stopped looking for some sort of quick fix in the gym, like looking for magical supplements which will give me quick gains. I stopped doing that and I just did the hard work, the grueling sessions. I got the most gains and I became stronger as a man. I realized that discipline is what crafts us. And that takes effort. You know what doesn't take effort? Saying you should be loved no matter what your actions are. It should be equal. It should be fair. There are young, disciplined, ambitious guys who are dying to get in a relationship and they are doing everything they can to be in your position. And you know, if you continue going the way you're going, patterns will repeat. And you're going to regret all of your future self is going to regret all of the decisions you previously made. Just because you said the words, I should be loved no matter what. Now, I know this is a deep topic, and I know you're probably thinking, oh, Adrian just thinks love is transactional, and that's so misogynistic, that's so toxic, that's manipulative. No. You want to know what's attractive? Ambition. And now you're probably saying, oh, but Adrian, you need to be rich to attract girls. Why even bother? I'm not like this guy. I don't have a Lambo. I don't have a Ferrari. So I'm just not going to try. It's not about not trying. It's just about going from point A to point B. Growth, progress from wherever your starting point is. As long as your partner can see that and you can see that from her, it literally doesn't matter where you are. We were brought on this planet to grow. You're becoming a year older every year. You're growing. At least your age is, but is your physical health, is your mental health, is your business, is your relationship growing, or are you just settling and coping? Because if you are, it won't end well. You can only get away with stuff before the person with low self-worth has been fed up with your weakness. I know where the second limiting belief is going now. Your mind is drifting towards, Adrian, I'm sorry, but I no longer need to improve. I already have her. I completed the hardest part. I attracted her. I watched all of your first date videos. I looks maxed. I got better fashion. I had a fresh haircut. I even got her gifts. I have her. It's done. I don't need to try. I've got what I wanted. So I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna get a pillow, lie back, and I don't need to do anything now because I have her. You wanna know what the funny thing is? Once you have her, that's not the end. That is the beginning. You've literally just started. And it's funny because us masculine guys like to think whenever we've completed some goal, we've ticked some box, we no longer have to be consistent because we've done the hard part. And I know you're probably thinking, Adrian, why are you saying this all now? You're exposing all of our secret. I want us to become strong. Because I know if you go down this route, you feel like a pussy. Weak. Low testosterone. And uneducated of the fact that the feminine energy is all about the present, which you should be thinking that we should be present as well. Obviously, we should be present as well. Guys and girls should be present. They shouldn't look at the past and what someone's done for them. No. The past or future literally doesn't matter. I don't even know why I say, oh, the feminine's all about the present. They are, but so should we. We can't just think about the future. We just can't think about the past and everything we've done for them because quite literally, that doesn't mean anything. All of those past gifts, all of those past gestures, whatever, is absolutely irrelevant. There is literally a chapter in The Way of the Superior Man, and it states that your perfect track record to the feminine is meaningless. What makes you think if you've done absolutely everything for this girl, you've given her $1 million, you've given her a car, you've given her this, that, and that, but then you right now, presently right now, in this specific moment of time, is treating her like absolute shit. Maybe you're being toxic. Maybe you're being manipulative. Maybe you're saying, but I did this. If she leaves you, she literally had every right to do so, and it goes vice versa. Both the guy and girl, if they are getting treated so poorly in the now, it is not them being selfish. It is not them seeing this as a way to leave the relationship because they don't feel good. Why would they stay? If you feel like shit, you're going to do something to make you not feel like shit. You doom scroll on your phone to escape reality, to escape feeling like shit. You do it with everything else. Why aren't you doing it in a relationship? Because if you decide to stay, the other person's winning. because of your low self-worth, it goes both ways. Like, I'm targeting both sides of the puzzle here. You need to be consistently and constantly trying to improve yourself, whether you're in a relationship or if you're not. Do you want your girl to look up at you or to look down on you? You don't want your friends to look down on you. You don't want your family to look down on you. So why do you want your girl, your romantic partner, your new attachment since when you were a little kid and your mum was your first attachment? Why would you want your girl to look down on you from your own laziness? You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be jacked. You don't need to have all of these superficial things. Now, is that me saying that those things are worthless and you shouldn't try to obtain them? No, you should be working towards them. But as long as you're trying to go from point A to point B to point C to even point D, E, F, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, as long as you're trying to progress, you're doing the right thing. And if your girl wants to still leave you, okay. You don't need to be sad and or heartbroken because you know you're on the right path. And it goes vice versa with the girl. If the girl is doing everything she can and the boy decides to leave her, okay, the guy made a mistake. And I know it's not a matter of trying to prove one another wrong. It's just a matter of being in a healthy relationship, because a relationship is probably the most important decision you have to make in your life. And it's someone you're going to be spending the most time with. So you better make sure it's with the right person. And it's with someone who is pushing you. And you're pushing them. And if you say, she won't leave, so I don't need to try, is so manipulative and so weird. It hurts me saying that. Wouldn't you want a partner who actually kind of threatens you to leave, as like toxic and as scary as that abandonment can be? I know if that was to happen with you, you would probably work 100 times faster. But the problem is when you have this mindset of, oh, she won't leave, so I don't need to try. She actually wants to. She's just kind of like bottling everything in. And when someone bottles everything in inside of them for so long, when they get the littlest feeling of, you know what? This guy actually doesn't put in effort. How come this guy does this with his girl and my guy doesn't do this? I have been dealing with shit for too long. I'm going to leave. This is going to scare you. It scares me. I know it scares you. And then we can get so deep with this. We can say, oh, this whole time, did you ever even care about her, or did you care at the fact that you had power, and now that you're going to lose the power, that gets you off your seat. That gets you up in the air and starts running to her. Now you're the anxious one and not the avoidant, lazy, undisciplined one. It can change just like that. You're probably so unaware of attachment styles. You're probably so unaware of your own childhood trauma and don't understand anything that I'm yapping about in this video. But please, bro, I know this is deep. I know I'm targeting so many trigger points, and right now you're feeling pretty furious inside. But you have to realize, I'm a guy as well. And I'm not trying to roast you, be toxic with you. I'm trying to help you. You know when you're doing the right things, when you're praising your girl, when you're working harder than ever before, when you're making time for her, when you're leading, when you're putting in effort, you know your girl's obviously going to be happy, but you know you're going to be happier. Because when you give, it's almost like a motivation boost that you've done a thoughtful act. Because maybe when you were little, you were taught not to give and that you should hoard, be selfish, focus purely on yourself to get ahead. And that you shouldn't invest money, you shouldn't buy gifts, you shouldn't do any of that. Because that's what your parents told you. You should be scarce. Now, if you have those beliefs and it takes you more discipline to give than not to give, this needs to be fixed ASAP. And I know when you hear the words give, it kind of makes you cringe. Because of the fact that you need to spend money. But what is money? In the book I read, 3 months ago, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, there is a chapter 2, The Law of Giving and Receiving. If you want love, I highlighted this by the way. If you want love, learn to give love. If you want attention and appreciation, learn to give attention and appreciation. If you want material affluence, help others to become material affluent. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. The more you give, the more you will receive. Abundance has material expression, but what is really circulating is consciousness. We are bundles of thought in a thinking universe, and thought has power to transform. By you thinking, you don't need to try, you don't need to put an effort, you don't need to give, you are quite literally affecting the flow of the universe because of your tight-assness. Don't be surprised once the power maybe turns, maybe your attachment style goes from anxious to avoidant to anxious. Don't be surprised that this whole time you got away with you didn't get away with anything. And the person with low self-worth eventually will be sick of your acts. And they will actually start to become higher worth. You know why? Because you can only handle shit from someone from so long. And you know, if you think you're getting away with something, I know you're not trying to improve yourself. But the person who's getting treated like shit is actually slowly building. How fun is that? You think you're getting away with something, but you're the one who's not disciplined or ambitious. You're not doing anything, whereas the other person is. We're brought on this planet to grow, give, etc. The other person is doing that. Yeah, they might have low self-worth, but they're not being complacent. They're growing in ways that you're not. It should be the most shameful thing that you are somehow proud of the fact that you're getting away with whatever you're getting away with. And I know if you have this mindset, if you've been like this for God knows how long in your relationship, and I also know if you watch my videos, I know you're the type of guy who doesn't take action on the actionable steps I give you, and you try to look for some sort of easy fix to avoid doing the work. The fulfillment and happiness you're searching for is always behind the work which requires something out of you. Do you think I wanted to finish these books? How lonely it was, how many words and chapters and pages I had to read. Do you think I try to look for some sort of easy quick fix, like listen to audiobooks instead, like watch quick YouTube video summaries? Or did you think I read them and then decided to reread them and then decided to highlight, okay, this book doesn't have that much stuff highlighted in it, and then highlight stuff in them? The work is waiting, but not only the work, your partner is waiting. Treat this video as a call out to your bad behavior. I know this has probably motivated you subtly, but realize that motivation. Why's my eye twitching? Oh my God. But realize motivation is fleeting, and what you really need is a pair of balls and awareness and education and ambition. I hope this video has given you all of those things for you to finally get the TV remote, turn it off, get your ass off your sofa, stop watching this YouTube video, and give your partner a hug. That's your actionable step for this video. Give your partner a hug. And okay, if you don't have a partner, but you're still self-improving, but you're wondering why you can't attract or get or keep a partner, Give your mum a hug, give your pet a hug, give any sort of attachment you have with someone a hug. Because that's giving. That's something which no one asked for, but you decided to do and commit, regardless of how you were to feel. You weren't being selfish. You weren't being lazy. You weren't thinking that you're getting away with something. You were being authentic, high value, and loving. You have 10 minutes to find this attachment and just give a hug. I know you're getting negative thoughts in your brain saying to yourself, oh, that's so cringe. They're going to think of me so weirdly. Adrian, I can't go give my mum a hug. I haven't done that since I was 5. That's cringe. That's awkward. I can't. I just had an argument with her. No, fuck no. No. No, 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 no. I can't give her a hug. Why would I? I'm not even going to explain why. You know why. You're avoidant. Be on the path to becoming more secure. I made a video in, I think, what month was it? October, November. It was about giving and love. And I used to be someone who wouldn't even pat my own cat. And I took action on learning to be more loving to my cat. As cringe as it sounds. As cringe as it sounds. Go back, watch that video. That was already almost a year ago. I started with that. And that led to me having more of this like boy charm, which is something I just learned about in a video I literally watched like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. This playfulness, this goofiness, this charmfulness. Stop thinking, it's funny because I literally just watched this. Stop thinking you need to be some sort of stoic, disciplined, emotionless, emotionally unavailable type person, because that will make your girl more attractive. No. Do that in your alone time when you have to work. Okay, do all the stuff you need to do. But with your partner, with your attachment, with whoever, you have this boy charm, this like boyhood playfulness. You're goofy, you're this, you're that. Because that brings out the best of people, not this strict, emotionally unavailable, socially autistic version of you. Your partner's waiting. Your parents waiting. Your pet's waiting. Give that hug. And don't look back. Because once you pass a little bit of pain from the first act, like we all know, the first time doing something is always super painful and uncomfortable. But once you pass that, you're going to be laughing and pointing fingers at your younger self for how he used to be. That's pretty much what I do with this YouTube channel, this niche of self-improvement. All of these videos, when I refer to you, that is younger Adrian. And he has made all of the mistakes you have made now or that you're about to make. And it is my purpose, my mission, to help you to avoid them and learn from them. Give that hug. I hope this video has motivated or educated you. I am currently doing one-on-one self-improvement coaching. It will be the second link in the description. I'm also going to leave a link of all of the books that helped me become more of a masculine man. Feel free to check those out. I highly recommend investing and purchasing the book, The Way of the Superior Man. Other than that, make sure to click the subscribe button and also a little bell icon so you're kind of like reminded when I do upload these types of videos so you can watch them and educate yourself as soon as humanly possible. I'll see you in the next video.